In this clip, we will cover improved positions. During the engineering phase, any friendly engineer unit that is unused, undisrupted, not masked, and not in an enemy ZOC can conduct an engineering action to create an improved position in its hex. Simply place an improved position marker in the same hex as the engineer unit, and then rotate the marker so that the lead foxhole faces the enemy, and this will indicate that that improved position belongs to your alliance. In certain scenarios, a player may also be instructed to place a certain number of improved positions on the map before play begins. Once placed, an improved position remains on the map whether it is occupied or not. Any friendly unit can occupy an improved position regardless of the nationality of the engineer unit that built it. So, for example, this Bradley unit could move up and occupy this improved position. This engineer unit could move out. This mortar unit could move up and occupy this improved position, and this engineer unit could move out. And that would leave both of these units dug in up at the front line. An improved position confers three benefits. The first is that any unit occupying an improved position, when subject to enemy offensive fire or an enemy fire strike, adds 2 to its adjusted defense strength, in addition to any other benefit from the primary terrain in the hex. Note that when receiving any other type of fire, namely defensive fire, infiltration fire, or retreat fire, an improved position provides 0 benefit to a unit's defense strength, because by definition any units in the hex receiving this type of fire are moving and therefore have come out of their improved positions. The second benefit from an improved position is that when the enemy makes a reconnaissance attempt against a hex containing an improved position, he will have to subtract 2 from his die roll. This reflects the ability to thoroughly camouflage an improved position. The third and final benefit from an improved position is that when an enemy player makes a jamming attempt against a hex containing an improved position, he will have to subtract 2 from his die roll. One of the improvements to a position is the laying of wire to connect that position to higher headquarters, and this wire substantially reduces the effectiveness of enemy jamming. There are 3 ways that an improved position can be removed from the map. The first is that an improved position is always removed from the map when the last occupying unit is destroyed by enemy fire. So, for example, if this martyr unit here were to be acquired by the Warsaw Pact player and then hit by an airstrike and completely eliminated, then the improved position would also be eliminated. The second way that an improved position is removed from the map is when a real enemy unit enters the hex, whether during movement or as a result of advance after combat. So, for example, if the 170th Guards Motor Rifle Regiment here were to launch a hasty attack operation and bounce this Bradley out of this hex, then when one of its units advanced into the hex, the improved position would be eliminated. There are 2 exceptions to the general rule that whenever an enemy unit enters a hex containing a friendly improved position marker, it is immediately removed. The first exception occurs when a player conducts an overrun or close attack. An improved position is never removed when enemy units enter the objective hex for an overrun or close attack. So, for example, let's assume that the 170th Guards Motor Rifle Regiment actually started the operation that they just conducted directly adjacent to the town, and that the Bradley unit is now defending against a close attack. When these units enter the objective hex, the improved position marker is not removed, and instead the native player continues to benefit from that improved position, but the Soviet units do not. So the improved position marker would only be removed from this objective hex if the Soviet unit successfully cleared the hex of that NATO unit. The second way that there is an exception to this general rule involves dummies. A dummy unit is never allowed to enter a hex containing an enemy improved position, and therefore it is never allowed to remove it. So this dummy unit here would not be able to enter this hex and would not be able to eliminate that improved position. Finally, the last way in which an improved position marker can be removed from the map is that the owning player can remove it at any point in time when he wants to reuse that marker. So during a subsequent engineering phase, the NATO player might decide to remove this improved position marker here and reuse it to build an improved position in this hex with this engineer. And this concludes our clip on improved positions.